Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another video, and today we're going to be checking out the promo for episode 9 for Lazarus. Now, I have a really love-hate relationship with this show. A really love-hate relationship. Now, I really enjoy it, and I enjoy the plot, right? But some things bother me when it comes to Lazarus, particularly when it comes to the episodes and what's happening in the episodes, right? From my opinion, watching it, the aim and the goal is always to look for Skinner, right? And then something comes up, and it's like the team gets sidetracked. And all of a sudden, it's just like, well, that wasn't a lead on Skinner. But it's like we didn't actually really look for him. In fact, we probably actually saw Skinner in episode 2. I'd be very surprised if that was him, though. If we saw Skinner as the homeless guy and we didn't question him or nothing, we kind of just passed that whole fact, right? So we're going to watch this promo, see if anything kind of comes to mind. On my episode 8 reaction, we have been going crazy over there, just talking and theorizing. It's been quite fun, actually. So I was just like, damn, there's a promo. Let's go check it out. And yeah, let's see. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do feel free to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it.
We are gathered to discuss the future of Lazarus
on the next all-new
Whoa. All right, well, let me watch it first.
episode of Lazarus.
Say we get our hands on Skinner. Will we really get the freedom they promised us?
Seems like we might know too many of their secrets.
Exactly.
So once the job is done, they'll just erase us along with it.
bring forth the witness and have them testify.
Are you saying we've got a mole?
Possibly.
Lazarus. Next Saturday at midnight on Toonami. Next day on Max.
So that's all they're giving us, just that 30 seconds. So let's go back in.
We are gathered to discuss.
This looked like some higher up kind of building, though. Let me be real. This building looks like some higher up kind of building. Now, I don't know, like, it reminds me of, like, say, for example, the Pentagon, something like that. Something where it's just like, these are top state officials here. And indeed, to the next,
Discuss the future.
we are discussing that. We are here. So the United States Department of, does it say? It kind of goes over it. Maybe they don't want to show us it. Of Defense, I think it says. I can't clearly see it. Obviously, there's a lot of people here. We have the people at the top on the panel, I guess. And they're discussing the future of Lazarus. Now, why does this come up all of a sudden? Now, again, we've wasted a lot of days. Like, don't get me wrong, right? Chris needed to be rescued. And a viewer of mine, like, put in the comments, like, if we didn't rescue Chris, the team would have been mentally not there. I wholly agree. Shout out to you, bro, because that was a good point. But the thing is, we wasted it's 3 days, but I'm going to say 2 days. They wasted 2 days searching for Chris, right? Time is just flying, and we're not even really, like, I feel like no one's actually processing the fact that, like, we've gone from like 30 days to what was it, 11 or 9 or however many it said. Like, days are flying and we have no clear clue of who Skinner is. We've had all of this information, all of these little, I don't know, the little sentences, like when Hirsch says, Axel's the key. How do you know Axel's the key? Like, what have you seen? Or what do you know that makes Axel the key? You have Popcorn Wizard with the Johnny Rotten is my favorite hero. I googled Johnny Rotten. It turns out he's a singer. Johnny Rotten is still alive. I think he's a singer. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he's a singer. you know, Chris stashing a pill in her pocket. Again, this is all, you know, shout out to the guy I was talking in the comment section. You know who you are. I think your name was like Maestro. If I got that wrong, I apologize. But shout out to you because you obviously was the ones who's telling me this. And I'm just kind of, you know, I ain't going to take the credit for it. So yeah, like, but all of that stuff, like, when is that, or does it even come back round? I'm not even sure how. I'm not even sure how. Also, I was talking to This Is Stupid. That is his name for real. And basically, we was just like, well, what does happiness stand for? Like, what does it stand for? We haven't been told what it stands for. Hirsch must potentially know what the name stands for. Hirsch is a key to this, and I feel like she's hiding something. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Of Lazarus.
On the next all-new episode of...
So peep how Doug turns off. So that's a camera sign, as if like they can be seen. Oh no, but they can, because Elena can normally see them, right? Well, I guess technology's advanced it's advanced like that. But I'm guessing that also turns off sound as well, which is why he turns it off, and Doug and Axel are having a convo between themselves. Interesting.
Lazarus.
Say we get our hands on Skinner. Will we?
So say we get our hands on Skinner. Okay, I mean, see, this is the thing. That's a crazy line. Say we get our hands on Skinner. Say we actually have a solid lead on him, because we haven't had that. Like, don't get me wrong. I love this show, and this is why I'm here. Like, you know, sometimes you got to talk shit, but also enjoy the shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we haven't really had a pure solid lead. Like, when I say like pure solid lead, like, it's like, oh crap, Skinner was actually here. We just missed him. Nah, like, it's like, we spoke to this person, we spoke to that person. Hirsch turns out to be a former worker with Skinner. Like, you know, but all right, Doug, I hear you.
On Skinner. Will we really get the freedom they promised us?
Axel had to think about that. He was smiling at first.
Seems like we might know too many of their secrets.
See, seems like we might know too many of their secrets. Like, what? Not Skinner's secrets. Do they mean like the people who are deciding the future of Lazarus? Is that what they mean? Potentially?
Exactly.
So once the job is done, they'll just erase us along with it.
As in, like, wipe their brains, erase
Bring
us along
forth
with
the
it.
witness and have them testify.
Are you saying we've got a mole?
Okay, now this leads me to another point. And this is what annoyed me about last episode, right? Bring forth the witness and have him testify. I can't speak on Leland right now. The only thing I can speak on is when Doug was questioning Hirsch, he was the one person who was just like, oh, guys, what about Chris? And changed the whole subject. And if anyone was there in the episode, I was just like, nah, we need to question Hirsch more. Question her more. Right?
Where's Chris, by the way?
So yeah, so basically he says, where's Chris, by the way, right? Now, Doug does the excellent thing and gets on Hirsch, like, because, you
I
know.
have something to tell you about her.
Look.
Before you start, we need to talk.
Exactly. We need to talk. So, yep, Elena does digging, yep.
Is that Miss Hirsch?
Well,
Is there a good explanation for this that you can share with us?
See, now Doug is doing the Lord's work because he's really pressing her, which is good.
Very
Which,
well.
she has no, like, she has to say something, right? She just has to say something at this point.
basically, we're just their scapegoats.
But look at Leland here. This is what gets me.
Excuse me. I haven't been able to follow a single thing you guys are saying. Can we go back to Chris?
I can't lie, he tried to get them off of Hirsch. He tried to get them off of Hirsch. Oh my God. He doesn't follow because he doesn't want to follow. That's my theory anyway. Now that we see him here, and bro's like, oh, you know, he's been taken there. I don't know. At what point are we gonna go and find Skinner though? Like,
Bring forth the witness.
Are you saying we've got a mole?
so Axel says, "Are you saying we got a mole?" Now, I was always suspicious of Elena. I just thought Leland, he's like 16, like, you know. But the fact that, like, now, obviously, it might be too easy for me to say he's a mole or for seeing this, but the fact that he's being taken there and, like, Hirsch looks around the corner, for me, when he was just like, I'm not following any of this, can we go back to talking about Chris? That was him trying to protect Hirsch.
Possibly.
Lazarus.
So he could be a mole. That's crazy. That is crazy. Look, at the end of the day, I am loving Lazarus. I think personally it's the sleeper of the season, and I will continue to say that. I know there's To Be Hero X. I know there's other shows. Lazarus to me is the sleeper. This is good. It gets you thinking. But don't get me wrong. As good as this is, there is certain things with the episodes that I just think need to be looked at. Honestly, with how many days we have left, how many days did it tell us we had left at the end of last episode, actually? Okay, so 12 days left. We have 12 days left. We are no closer to finding Skinner than we originally was. What do you do? What do you do? So look, don't get me wrong. I enjoy this. I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy talking about it to my comment section. I enjoy it. But I can't lie and say I haven't been disappointed. Like, I've been a little bit disappointed at the fact that, like, with 12 days left and we started with 30 days, we have not really looked for Skinner. Like, we spent time at a cult. We spent days rescuing Chris. We go to a nightclub. And I get they are all, I guess, setups, but we haven't had that lead. Now, maybe you guys think I'm wrong, and that's fine, innit? Let's agree to disagree, but I'll see you guys next time. Well, actually, I'll see you guys Saturday. And we'll see what happens in episode 9. By the looks of it, it doesn't look like we're trying to find Skinner. So I don't know how many days will pass. Probably another 2, so we'll probably have 10 days. Hey, it's crazy. But look, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you do feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Get in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.